Welcome everybody, I'm Jeff Barton and I'm your host for the Las Vegas Real Estate Show. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for tuning in each and every week. We bring to you some interesting conversation about real estate, about what's happening at the state of real estate here in Las Vegas, Henderson, the surrounding communities. And what we really want to do is help you make decisions about what you want to do with your real estate, whether you want to buy or sell, or maybe you just want to sit and see what's going to happen in the future. We bring some prognostication, some guessing about what's going to happen in the future. Real estate is fluid, as everybody knows, and one of the things I wanted to talk about before the opening of the show was deregulation and how that's affecting us here in Nevada. There's been a lot of talk about deregulating some aspects of the loan business in order to broaden the number of buyers that we have here in the Valley. I don't know if you're keeping up with it, but we're getting closer and closer to an even number of buyers, to an even number of sellers. I know we've been hot. Last summer was a specifically great time for a seller, but we've seen more and more time on the market for properties. We see that the rapid rise in the amount of money that you can make on your property if you sell it has gone from 16% last year. It's down to around 6.5% this year. We see that trend continuing. Why? Because real estate is finite. The number of buyers that we have here, they get tired. They just don't want to go out there and look for a property that they can't afford or try to scour the market and compete with a number of other buyers in order to be able to secure a property. So we've got buyer fatigue right now, as well as we have some increase in inventory. As we've seen over the last 3-4 months, we've seen inventory in Las Vegas, in the surrounding valley, increase, so that we've got now, instead of 40 to 60 days on the market before a property is sold, we're looking more like 4 to 5 months on the market before it sells. And that brings us to what is the equilibrium. The equilibrium in any market is 6 months, 5 to 6 months. So if you've got a 5 to 6 month inventory supply of houses before they sell, that's when you have an equal market. I think that's good for Las Vegas real estate, in that what we need here is a constant influx of buyers to be able to continue the housing building trend that we've gotten. Now, we haven't got the traction that we had in 2006, 7, and 8. We just haven't. We're never going to see that wide-scale, massive building that was going on at the time. And I think that's probably a good thing as well. But we need steady growth. We need permits pulled. We need the large builders to stay in town and to remain profitable. So this remains one of the big issues that we have here in Las Vegas in the fall of 2018. I wanted to make quick mention of tragedy of some of the events that came about in Pittsburgh. I feel absolutely terrible for people who are involved in any kind of incident, and certainly here in Las Vegas, we know all about that. There's tragedy from mass shootings that are happening all over the country in places of outdoor concerts or in places of worship. It's terrible. And I think that with the upcoming election, you have to look very closely at some of the candidates to make sure that what you're thinking in terms of safety and how to protect yourself and your family is reflected in both candidates that are running for national office and local office. Anyway, I'm Jeff Barton. We have a terrific show for you here today, and we'll be right back.
Are you experiencing hair loss? We have the solution with no drugs, no surgery, and no side effects. Experience 100% pain-free results with SuperGrow Laser Cap System, featuring 272 professional-grade lasers that make your hair thicker and fuller naturally. Use it 15 minutes a day, 3 times a week, and notice your hair growth in as little as 3 months. Visit online at irevivelaser.com to order your SuperGrow Laser Cap today and experience unbelievable results. irevivelaser.com.
Want to know how to create more business and save money? Simple. The answer is video. Video shares are the fastest growing form of word-of-mouth advertising, and according to InternetRetailer.com, visitors who viewed a business video were 85% more likely to buy after watching it. People today are on the go. They don't have time to read text, but they have 1 minute to watch video. At HD Video King, we not only create quality video that's right for you, we coach you on how to get the most from it. Call today. Our award-winning staff are ready to assist.
Thanks very much. And now with our real estate update is Janti Chun. Janti?
Thank you, Jeff. Hello. I'm here to give you the new home sales stats based on numbers for September 2018. Now, overall, we did see an increase from last year, the same time last year, but within this year, there has been a slight dip. So as far as numbers, the median price for new homes rose to about $375,000, which is about $200 per square foot. Okay. Builder closed over 1,000 homes in the Las Vegas area, which is up 13% from last year. Now, within this year, this third quarter shows fewer net sales in the top selling communities. So overall, this year, there has been a slight dip, average sales per project per week. And this is by the Home Builders Research. So as you can see, as far as new home goes, I mean, it's still a pretty good market. Thank you so much, Jeff.
That was great. Thank you very much. And I'm Jeff Barton, your host in the Las Vegas Real Estate Show. We'll be right back.
Want to know how to create more business and save money? Simple. The answer is video. Video shares are the fastest growing form of word-of-mouth advertising. And according to InternetRetailer.com, visitors who viewed a business video were 85% more likely to buy after watching it. People today are on the go. They don't have time to read text, but they have 1 minute to watch video. At HD Video King, we not only create quality video that's right for you, we coach you on how to get the most from it. Call today. Our award-winning staff are ready to assist.
Successful Strategies International offers state-of-the-art PMP certification and an entire curriculum of project management, risk management, portfolio and program management by using unique learning techniques such as online learning, simulations, and facilitator lead programs. Our clientele consists of some of the biggest Fortune 500 companies in existence. SSI has trainers all across North America, Europe, and Asia to help meet your project management needs. Learn more at ssi-learn.com. That's ssi-learn.com.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jeff Barton, and I'm your host for the Las Vegas Real Estate Show. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for staying with us. And as I said in the opening, we try to bring to you some information both about what's going on here in the Valley in the real estate market, but also what happens to you when you make that killing. You make couple hundred grand and a sale either through real estate or some other method. How are you going to protect that money? What are you going to do with that money? And are you going to invest it in more real estate, or are you going to take a different path? With us once again today is a great guest, been on the show several times and helps us out with these type of decisions and things that you need to do and make each and every day when it comes to saving your money. And I'm talking about Big Tex, Terrell Robinson from WealthWave. Thanks for joining us.
How you doing, Jeff? Thank you for having me on.
And thanks for coming. Thanks
Absolutely.
for coming in,
Absolutely.
and I appreciate it. The reason is, as I said in the opening there, people are making money in real estate.
Correct.
Whether you're doing
Correct.
a flipper, whether you've held on to your house, maybe you had your house since 2007, 2008, you waited through the times where it was bad, you were upside down, it became right side up, it started to appreciate in value, you sold it, you've got $100,000, $200,000. What do you tell clients that come to you when they say, okay, I've just made some money, I feel good about myself, what am I to do next? What should I do?
A couple of things, Jeff. What we want to do is we want to sit down and assess the situation. And what I mean by that, now that you've sold this property, what is left over? Because I always look at the overall net worth. So what is left over? Do you have a car note that's left over? Do you have credit card bills that are left over? Especially credit cards, because they're a revolving account. And even if you're making minimum payment, it takes a while to pay them off.
Of course.
So those are things that you want to attack first. And most definitely want to establish what is called an emergency fund. Minimum 3 months to 6 months and a year if you have that type of money that's set aside. Once that money then is set aside, we do what is called a financial needs analysis. And a few things that we do, build rapport first, and then find something that's a common ground. Hey, you know, in 2008, I lost my home. I had to go through a bankruptcy myself. So now it allows the clients to put their guards down a little bit. Hey, I just want to do a few snapshots on what's coming in and what's going out, such as how much are you paying right now for rent or mortgage?
Right.
How much are you paying for a car note plus car insurance? So people think car note, but they never think about the car insurance.
Of course.
How much do you pay your wife to get her nails done? So all those things come into consideration to be able to get an accurate account of your true net worth, your true liabilities that's going out, and then we look at what do you bring in after taxes? Not what's gross, but after taxes, the actual hardcore money that comes in.
Now, people are embarrassed when they have dings on their credit, i.e. they had a bankruptcy.
Correct.
They had a foreclosure. Maybe they have charge-offs on their credit cards. They don't want to give you an accurate assessment, but they do want to get information from you. How do you build this report? It's really important to understand because financial, I guess, truthfulness is not easy to come by for a lot of people.
Right. And again, it goes back to sharing something that is common with them. And I'd say the gift and the curse. The good thing is I've been through those downturns.
Right.
So it's a lot easier for me to explain it to a client because I've had some rough times before myself. So as I sit down with them, let them know that, hey, just because you're down at this point in time, we can always make it back. There's different services in place that will allow you, number one, to restore your credit. Let's take a look at, creditchecktotal.com. It'll give us an accurate score, plus or minus 10 points. Also, it won't bring your score down as far as an inquiry, and it doesn't bring out your score, doesn't give you a ding in regards to pulling your credit report. We do a quick assessment, and then if something's been on there 5-6 years, we don't want to touch it because it's eventually going to fall off. Because if you touch it now, it's going to reactivate.
Oh, I see.
Now,
Okay.
so if you have that 580 FICO score, now it reactivates, boom, it's going to drop you down another 20-30 points. So we need to look at how can we get this actually deleted off your credit report.
Okay, so we've gotten the truthfulness out of the client, got the money in the bank. Annuities, we talked a little bit about it off air. Give us your best assessment of the best type of annuity, something that pays out along the way when it's sitting in the account.
Okay, a great one, a fixed index annuity. The great thing, and there's different companies out there that actually do fixed index annuities, but there is a company out there that will actually give you a bonus, and a bonus means, let's say you come in with $100,000, qualified or non-qualified. What that means is qualified money, we're rolling the money over from another 401k. Non-qualified is just you have the money sitting in the bank. But the 15% bonus is what they'll give you. So now after day one, your account is at $115,000.
Oh.
There's a surrender charge of 10 years, but as long as you're keeping that money in there for 10 years, you're going to get an actual 10% simple interest every year. You put in $100K, you're going to get $10,000 every year for the next 10 years. Now, income portion, as you decide to turn on that income portion, depending on the interest rate that the company is giving you, let's just say 5%. So at the end, your account has doubled plus the $15,000. Now you will receive that income for the rest of your life, even as the account goes to zero. Now, if the account has a balance and heaven forbid you take the dirt nap,
right.
Your spouse or whomever gets the beneficiary will receive the remainder of the funds.
So they get the money, but they don't continue the annuity payment.
Correct. Now, if this, let's say you've used 100K, the spouse is 60 years old, something happens, we can always turn around and then put them into an annuity and say, hey, I'm still working, I'm not going to retire for another 10 years, can we do this for me as well? So we put 100 grand in there and we'll let that go for the next 10 years until they get ready to retire.
Oh, that's that's a really good program. Okay, where do you see the markets in terms of what you do for wealth management in the next 5 to 6 months? We've had some volatility in the stock market.
Oh yeah.
We have nervous people out there. They're wondering, should they just put everything in cash? What are you recommending to your clients?
Well, right now, I would most definitely try to get cash as quick as possible. And the reason being is, the market for this month has not had a consecutive positive day. So in 2 days, it has not been up. It's been down one day, up the next day. Well, it's been 10 years, so it's been a bull market. That's unheard of.
For a long time. No, there's no question.
Exactly.
Yep.
So now the market has to correct itself. What we do is we educate our clients on how to get them into what is called a zero tax bucket. Or if they're at the age of 59 and a half, look at even rolling that money over into a fixed index annuity to where now they have a zero floor. The market is down, they lose no principal. The market is up, they're still smiling, plus they're getting their bonuses too as well.
Explain that zero floor. I think anybody out there who's got money that's at risk right now is looking for the best safety place to put the money? And you're saying the zero floor is that, right?
So, well, two different ones: fixed index annuity, zero floor, and index universal life has a zero floor. And basically, what that means is these companies, they hedge their bets, puts and calls options. So by them betting, hey, it's either going to lose or win, it zeroes itself out. So it allows the client now to take zero floor when it comes to their money, and they don't lose any principal. And that's the great thing about it. If you have something that's called a variable, now if the market is up, you're happy, but if the market is down, you're not so happy. Like mutual funds,
Right.
401ks, IRAs, and things such like that.
Now, do you think, just looking at the portfolio and the clients you have, you're national, you have clients all over the country. Do you think real estate is a safe place to put money at this particular point? And do you recommend anything in the real estate world to your clients?
Absolutely. Real estate is still a safe place in regards to putting your money. And if you can pick up, depending on the geographical locations, like Texas, I was in Texas, man, you pick up a fourplex in Texas for $90,000.
Right.
And you can turn around and rent that thing out for, $2,000 a month. Now you have passive income coming in. Your mortgage on that is about $600-700.
Right.
So now you have a passive income of an extra $1,300 coming in. So yes, real estate is still, and for history, that's where most of the people have been the wealthiest for centuries now, real estate. You can never go wrong with real estate. You just got to know when to get in, when to get out, and also when to hold too as well.
So in terms of both managing someone with a real estate ambition or passion and somebody who is looking to safeguard their money, do you have a chart, like if you're at a certain age, this is what you should be doing, if you're at another age, this is what you should be doing?
Right. So let's take for example my son. He's 26 years old. He owns 2 properties. Now that the market is getting ready to take a little bit of shift, wise in Florida, which the increase is not as much.
Right.
So now that property was his primary residence for 2 years. So he's a single person, so up to $250,000, no capital gains. So now it's a great time for him to sell, hold on to that cash until he decides what's going to be his next move. Now, someone that is 40, 45 years old, they may be wanting to purchase and hold on and live there for the next, 30 years or whatever the case may be.
Right.
So it all comes down to geographical locations, because I noticed on the West Coast, I purchased a home every 2 years, but in Texas, my parents have only owned 2 homes, where I've owned 7.
Listen, we're run out of time. I apologize. Appreciate you coming back on the show once again, and I appreciate it.
Thanks a lot.
very much. And thank you. And I'm Jeff Barton. I'm your host for the Las Vegas Real Estate Show, and we'll be right back.
Successful Strategies International offers state-of-the-art PMP certification in an entire curriculum of project management, risk management, portfolio and program management by using unique learning techniques such as online learning, simulations, and facilitator lead programs. Our clientele consists of some of the biggest Fortune 500 companies in existence. SSI has trainers all across North America, Europe, and Asia to help meet your project management needs. Learn more at ssi-learn.com. That's ssi-learn.com.
Ruthless Cowboys, keeping the American dream alive and creating jobs one t-shirt at a time. From fabric to design, Ruthless Cowboys makes 100% American-made apparel that hardworking Americans are proud to wear. At RuthlessCowboys.com, you can shop for shirts and accessories for the cowboy or cowgirl in your life. Head to RuthlessCowboys.com, check us out on Facebook and Instagram by searching Ruthless Cowboys. Ruthless Cowboys, we're all about family, country, and keeping it all American. RuthlessCowboys.com.
Want to know how to create more business and save money? Simple. The answer is video. Video shares are the fastest growing form of word-of-mouth advertising, and according to InternetRetailer.com, visitors who viewed a business video were 85% more likely to buy after watching it. People today are on the go. They don't have time to read text, but they have 1 minute to watch video. At HD Video King, we not only create quality video that's right for you, we coach you on how to get the most from it. Call today. Our award-winning staff are ready to assist.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jeff Barton. I'm your host for the Las Vegas Real Estate Show. Thanks for tuning in and thanks for hanging with us. We're on each and every week, and we try to bring to you some interesting guests as well as information about real estate, both locally, nationally. We try to give an overall perspective. What are you going to do with that money when you sell your house? I know a lot of people out there are interested in making profit in real estate. There's a ton of ways to do it. Now is a very interesting time because we're seeing some pullback from the heights and the expansion in the marketplace here locally, but we also see a dearth, as they say in some of these articles, as to the number of houses on the market. Anyway, with us to wend our way through it all is Alexis Young, real estate agent, and Charles Giscombe, a terrific loan officer here in Las Vegas. Welcome, both of you.
Thanks for having us, Jeff.
Okay, and thank you. All right, right off the bat, best thing to do to make money in real estate right now?
Invest in multifamily, small multifamily.
Like what big? 5, 4, 6, 10?
If you're, a lot of people are asking for, 50 to 100 plus units,
Right.
and that's where all of the large investors are playing. So if you can, be realistic and get something realistic with realistic expectations, maybe like a 10-plex, maybe even a 20-plex, because those aren't as expensive, but they're still profitable, and your cap rate could be better as well.
Okay, very good. Chuck?
I feel the same thing. I think that if you have the money to play in a larger market standpoint as far as multifamily and apartments, then you can go there. But I like to look at it this way. If you can go smaller, you have less risk. In a large apartment complex, 2, 3, 10 units go down, that's going to be the cause of some downfall for that whole project.
Right.
But guess what? On a smaller situation, multifamily, 1 or 2 units, it won't affect you as much. And I think it's easier for you to turn it over. It's easy to make profit. And you look at it both ways. You fix and flip those, adding renters in it, or you put that in your portfolio and keep that, because those mortgages are going to be lower. And when you're getting 10 people renting from you, that's a great profit, and that's a great keep for your portfolio.
Okay, where in town do you suggest people should be looking right now?
Well, the easiest places to look are, of course, the eastern part of the valley,
Right.
northeast. I know a lot of people don't really prefer that, but it's getting better.
Why? Why don't they prefer it?
Well, I guess you would say maybe the crime rate would be a little bit higher.
Okay, a little bit rougher neighborhood.
A little
I see.
bit. I can't steer anybody, but
No, of
that's
course.
just kind of the
Crime
consensus.
statistics are what they are. Sure.
Right. But the land is cheaper over there, so developers are starting to gravitate
course.
over there and build. But they're going to be building the larger complexes. But as a smaller investor, it's good for you because it makes your property value go up a little bit, and it makes the neighborhood a little bit better for everybody when there's new development. Plus, there's opportunity zones in the northeastern parts of the valley because they want you to invest. They want you to buy because they really want the whole area to come together and build up.
I also feel like in those areas, there's going to be more renters. Jeff, there's not going to be as many buyers for that neighborhood. So if you have those renters, people are always needing something. If you have, if credit is affecting you, whatever that situation might be, then you're going to be looking more so to rent. And it may be more cheaper and less of an investment from an individual as far as getting in a home. And they're always going to need it all over the place. So I think that would be, in those areas, it'd be good for rental as well.
North of the 95, east of the 15, that area there, I went on the MLS. You know, it's amazing. I saw very, very few properties priced under $250,000, except in that area.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So there are some opportunities, but they're far and few. It's amazing what 5 or 6 years has done to this market.
Well, if I could add, for anybody that's watching, if you are a small developer or a new investor and you're looking to get in on something good, I would suggest buying a piece of land and building a very small complex of what we were just talking about at a very, very affordable rate, because what we're lacking in Las Vegas is affordability,
Right.
especially affordable apartment complexes. So anybody in any price range would like to live in a nice, safe complex, but they can't afford $1,200 for 667 square feet, right? So if you can do something basic standard with nice amenities in a safe complex, people will rent there because maybe they've had a bankruptcy or an eviction because something unforeseen happened to them. And then sometimes people just get evicted. Obviously, you don't want to rent to those people. But some people just have unforeseen circumstances that they can't help. So they need somewhere to live. And they'll be able to pay you, but they need affordability. So if we can do that, that would be perfect.
Financing for this kind of stuff, financing for construction, financing for renovation, money available out there?
Absolutely. There's a lot of different programs that you can get into. There's you have one-time close, construction to perm. Those are different situations that you can get into for individual homes. If you want to do multifamilies, there is money out there, and there's certain loan programs that are a lot more lenient. There's credit lines that'll be based on that. They want you to be active and aggressive in regards to building and renovating these things, but there is money out there from a traditional standpoint, Jeff, and also from a non-QM standpoint that we talk about, which is a non-traditional loan, a non-qualified mortgage type of loan that is out there and available to individuals. Almost considered like a commercial loan, but it's easier access to the money.
Okay, finding properties, finding the opportunities. This is the real problem here right now, is that you have many people looking for that great property that they can buy and flip, buy, hold for a couple of years, and then sell. What's the best suggestion for somebody jumping into the market right now, trying to get into this particular aspect of buying and holding and then selling, or buying and flipping?
Well, from a Vegas standpoint, it's really tough. Everybody wants to get in. Obviously the model is you get in low, you get a property,
of course,
you renovate it, sell high.
Yeah.
In this particular market, it's very difficult in regards, because everybody's into it. The values are going up so tremendously high, with 16%. At the end of the day, that's where people want to get into. If you have a little bit more of wiggle room, I feel like right at the end of that 200, 250 market, if you can jump up a little bit higher, the competition is going to be less. And if you got a stomach for it, then you can get in and really make some good money.
Now, when you say a little bit higher, you mean 350, 400,000?
Yeah, I think if you get above the $300,000 mark, 350, from an investment standpoint, you'll be able to find some properties, some really nice properties out there that you can make some money off of. And it's just a matter of, and that was my model back when I was doing it as well, is not less competition under 300,000. I mean, more competition under 300,000. Obviously less above that amount of money, and there's good spreads in there too. You just got to have a stomach for it, because you might have to hold it for a little bit, and those mortgages a little bit higher on those investment properties.
Oh, absolutely right. Okay, hey, thanks very much for both of you coming on the show today, talking about real estate, my passion, my love, and I really appreciate it. Thanks, Alexis, and thanks, Charles. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
And I'm Jeff Barton. I'm your host for the Las Vegas Real Estate Show.